Off we go from Denver. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 20. On first down, it's Rudolph. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On first and 10, Rudolph. That's complete to his running back, Conner. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Jackson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best and third down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. On the draw, Connor. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he connects with Ebron. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now Connor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second and 5 now. Rudolph completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. Screen pass to Connor. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 17, Rudolph. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. But now it's third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time you got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Is good.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
4-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Steelers 3.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Complete to
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Rudolph. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second down. It's Connor, and he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Rudolph looking to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Rudolph just does beat the play clock. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A 48-yard attempt.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Throwing again. Jackson. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. KJ Hamler. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Broncos 14, Steelers 3.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On first down, Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Rudolph now to throw. They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Get 69.
Now Jackson on first down. He's got his big tight end Fant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man open. It's Sutton.
This is too easy.
The way home for a Broncos score. Coleman Sutton, 32 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. And they're getting at them.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Johnson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
From the gun on third down, it's Rudolph. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Going for it, it's Rudolph. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now Gordon on first down. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That good for 22 and a first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Jim. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, smash Broncos. Safety screaming. Check 15.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to it, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tyree Jackson in the final seconds of the first half, and the Broncos will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Sponge, no.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's caught at the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Judy, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's Rudolph off play action. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it in. His feet in. 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Don't get it up.
Rudolph. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Broncos 42, Steelers 3. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now it's Conner. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Rudolph. That's complete to his running back, Conner. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the run is Conner. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Here's Rudolph. And it's caught. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Going to the big fullback, Juan. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check 31, check 31. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hey, smash Bronco.
They'll look to run with Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
42, Steelers 10.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Panther 60. Panther 60. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. White 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. 79 Broncos. White 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
They go play action with Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Rudolph. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, 3rd and long.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
65. 15. I got 15.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Right, let's go. Hey, Mike's 50.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
45's the mic. Switch. Check 45's the mic.
On 1st down, it's Rudolph. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Complete to Eric Ebron.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
I know what the scoreboard says here, but for all those who are playing fantasy football, their scoreboards are different. Points scored can benefit someone.
Steelers.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will cut this lead down to 25. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. It's our time. It's our time.
To throw again. Jackson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Hamler. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos add on. And they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A gain of 7, but it's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Pittsburgh.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Back to the air, Rudolph. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 47-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. The 20. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Brandon McManus lining up for the extra.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rudolph looking to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Check 13. Check 13. Check. Check hot route. 69. Check 99.
Third and long, it's Rudolph. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Watch 15. Watch 15. Hey, watch the slant. Deuce, deuce, deuce.
Play action. It's Rudolph. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Out, 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 out. Switch, switch, switch. Hey, check 24. Check 24. 49. Go, Rig. Go. 49. Check 52. Wide, wide, wide.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, they scared. They scared. Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike. In your face.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. This is Hamler on the receiving end.
Jackson's pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Tight end. Hey. We got three. Three down. 198. Watch 98. 98's the Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, a give to counter. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 9. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 57 yards.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. After the interception, here's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check safety, check safety. Undercross. Hurt, hurt. Check.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for this is taken in. It's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up. 1st and 10. This is Gordon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Gordon, the ball carrier, taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. Today's
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points. Continue